there's a quote that I happen to really like, and it says, "The task of leadership is not to put greatness into people, but to elicit it, for the greatness is there already." And I think that's the idea of enfoldment. And Mrs. Eddy says each successive stage of experience unfolds new views of divine goodness and love. So this notion that we are sort of revealing what's there is a big part of leadership. It's not so much that we're trying to attach bits of learning to them. It's more for them to let those innate qualities of theirs show forth. And so leadership is a great catalyst for that, because it demands something of you that requires you to be selfless. It requires you to assume responsibility. And so it fosters that unfoldment of character because of what it can demand of you. So I think that they very much go hand in hand, and often where we start, regardless of the position that a leader holds, is motive, is what is sort of behind your leadership, what's prompting you to want to take on this role, and what are you trying to accomplish. And that almost always gets to how you are serving and how you are helping others. And what that means is you've got to put certain parts of yourself aside. You know, so a good example would be that team captains have to learn that when they're trying to motivate or trying to correct teammates, that the way to do it is to think in terms of how am I going to affect change versus how I'm going to release my own frustration. So oftentimes on the athletic field, there'll be something that needs correcting, and the leader's first reaction is to sort of bark at the player. And so we've talked to the captains about this idea that what you're trying to do is you're trying to affect change in that person. That the purpose of the correction is not to release your own frustration. So there's a certain amount of self-control and selflessness that's involved in that. And as they learn to do that, then you know that certainly is a part of seeing their true character unfold.